Myles Garrett, if you haven't heard, requested a trade this morning. Cleveland Browns defensive end Myles Garrett, future Hall of Fame defensive end Myles Garrett, first pick in the draft 2017. Niners would have had Myles Garrett had Chip Kelly not won a game at the end of the season. That was so selfish. Now Chip Kelly's with the Raiders. Going to talk about that a little bit later. Love you to call in. The link's in the description. But first, I'm going to tell you what I think about this Myles Garrett news. Let's start first with the cons, why they shouldn't trade for Myles Garrett. Well, he's going to be 30 next year. And he's expensive. And the Niners really aren't one player away. This is kind of a move that a team like Washington, a team that was in the NFC Championship, or the AFC Championship, like Buffalo. This is a move that those teams make. Detroit. We were one move away. Forget the future. Forget our draft picks. Let's trade 2 first-round picks for Myles Garrett. The Niners aren't one player away. I don't even know that they think they're one player away. Okay, that's why you wouldn't do it. Now let's talk about why you would do it. They really stink at drafting in the first round. Here are some picks the Niners have made in the top 15 under Kyle Shanahan and John Lynch. Mike McGlinchey, Solomon Thomas, Javon Kinlaw, Trey Lance. Now, they did get Nick Bosa. That was a no-brainer pick, but the Niners are at 11. This is going to take a brain. This is going to be a definite brainer pick. And it's the Niners. Do you have any confidence in the 49ers picking the right player at 11? I don't. I mean, I don't have any confidence in picking the right player at either. This is a crapshoot. I mean, the right guy could be a left tackle with a torn ACL right now, or the right guy could be a freaking tight end or a corner. I don't know, but I don't think they know either. And even if they get the right guy at 11, which is unlikely for this organization, is the right guy at 11 going to be as good as Myles Garrett? This is a future Hall of Famer. This is the best defensive end in the league, not one of the best, not the best edge rusher, the best complete defensive end in the league. He makes Nick Bosa seem like a quaint, cute player. He'd be a cool sidekick for Myles Garrett. I mean, Myles Garrett is a better player than Trent Williams was in his prime. Prime Myles Garrett beats prime Trent Williams. And I think Trent Williams would tell you that. Why not bring this guy on the team? Especially if you don't bring him, you're going to have to go through him in Washington or Arizona or whoever team gets him. You got to make up ground. You're not one player away, but if you don't trade for him, you're really far back. And what's the point of having one of the oldest teams in the league, which the Niners have, if you're not going to make a move like this? Yeah, bringing in more youth is important, but you're not doing a rebuild. You're not really trying to get younger. You're keeping this team together. You're running it back for the 9th year in a row. You have Kyle Juszczyk still on the team. You have a lot of guys in their 30s. Why not trade Luka Doncic for Myles Garrett? I think it's more on your timeline. Look, if the Lakers can get Luka Doncic for a 31-year-old Anthony Davis, I think anything is possible in sports right now. So why don't we talk about what the Niners would have to give up? Once upon a time when the Bears traded for Khalil Mack, who was 27 at the time, they traded like 2 firsts and a third plus that for Khalil Mack in a second. So let's say the starting bid is 2 firsts. Would you do that? 2 firsts? Well, the first this year is 11. And if you get Myles Garrett and you bounce back next year, like a lot of people think the Niners will, with a healthier team and an easier schedule, it's quite likely they're in the playoffs next year and picking 24th or 25th or 26th or 27th. So would you trade pick 11 and 27 for Myles Garrett? I mean, maybe if your general manager was Howie Roseman, maybe the answer is no. Because you're feeling like, man, we got the best general manager in the league. He could really get a couple of Pro Bowl players. He could get a Hall of Fame player with the 11th pick. Give him a chance. But with John Lynch and Kyle Shanahan and their track record, yeah, I would make the trade. I would. Because, again, at least you get Myles Garrett. He's under contract for 2 more years. You could keep him on the team for the rest of his career, and he'd be your new Trent Williams, your best player. I mean, I don't know that trading for Myles Garrett makes him the Super Bowl favorite. In fact, it wouldn't. But it would be a good start. And, if they don't want 2 first, if they want a player 2, you could trade him Brock Purdy.